To those who actually know us, you know our hearts. They're cooked with meth. There is not a chance in hell that this woman wrote this. She's a Trump voter in Western Virginia. She doesn't know how to use a fucking M-dash. This is some chat GPT shit. I don't think you need to know anything going in. There's just a woman crying, and that I was locked in when I saw that. Crying, holding her little vape. So let's dive in together. Oh yeah, there will be a quiz on the Antipasto gate. You have to explain exactly how she made it. Clearly, visibly upset in multiple locations.
My son just opened the door and gave me a hug and said, "It's okay, Mom, it's not your fault."
Oh, this poor lady.
I don't normally post things like this, but I am absolutely humiliated. And I can't. Like, I had to hold it together for the 15 or 20 minute drive home because I didn't want the kids to be, like, completely, like, upset.
This poor lady.
So I was invited to a 4th of July party the other day by my son's best friend's mother. And I thought it was possibly like a family party or just like a neighborhood party or something, because it's like a road in the woods kind of thing where they're at the end, and then her mother and her uncle, and then like a...
All right, so the whole family at this house live on the same street. She's invited by a friend of the family, so not directly by the family.
couple other houses, but I don't know anybody. I'm
new
to this area. I just moved 1,000 miles away to be here.
I believe she moved from like upstate New York to deep Virginia, like Tennessee border, Western Virginia.
And so I made an antipasto salad, like this big gorgeous salad.
Fucking delicious. That looks so good. I would throw that shit on a sandwich, like on an Italian roll.
And
because you know that's like reduced. That's like the good like balsamic glaze shit. Oh, thank you for the gift. Appreciate ya. Back to the salad. So you can see why. she's upset. Wait, what do you call it in Jersey?
Asked, is there anything you want me to bring? Thank you so much. I was so great.
We got receipts here. She's so excited. She just moved here. We will be over. Thank you so much again for inviting us. Probably around 7-ish. Do I just park in your driveway? Oh, I just talked to the kids. They talked to you. Good. Is 7-ish okay? 7 is fine. We are going to be up blah, blah, blah's house. Blake knows where it's at, but you'll just follow the dirt road past my house. They just said that there will be a slip and slide also. So she told me to bring drinks, so not sure if that means alcohol or not. I've got Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper, water, and whiskey. So if y'all want anything else, may want to bring it. Okay? So she's clearly in communication. This middle friend is clearly in communication with the people that live at this house. And I'm assuming that she told them that this woman was coming with her.
Gracious. I kept reiterating that. Thank you so much for inviting me. I don't know anybody here. And I get there and the kids get out and I grab the antipasto and I brought one beer with me because I was only going to drink one beer because I don't know, I have kids to drive home. Honestly, never been treated like this before. And I can't.
Brought that giant salad and her own drink, her own alcohol.
Imagine having a party at your house and
treating
a guest like this, even if maybe it was a surprise. I don't know. So I walk into the house with my son's friend's mom
and that big old salad.
I'm carrying the salad and I have my beer and I just wanted to put the salad down and chat and introduce myself to everybody. And I guess the homeowner's name is Stasia and her husband, I don't even know who he was. He walked by me kind of angry and ignored me, but I was trying to introduce myself to everybody. And her uncle, my son's friend's mom's uncle and mother were...
Son's friends... Okay. So it's her son's friend's family is there.
And they were the ones doing the fireworks and they had 500 rounds and... I'm just chatting, not even 5 minutes in the door, and somebody walks in the house and is like, are you going to introduce yourself to somebody? Like, it's really rude to walk into somebody's house and not introduce yourself. He's absolutely flipping out outside about some stranger. And I was like, so confused.
So this is the husband, like the co-owner of the house, who ignored her and didn't ask who she was or introduce himself or welcome her. He went outside and complained to his, I think it was to his mom, like a baby back bitch. And then the mother-in-law, his mom, came in the house and yelled at this poor woman.
I looked like a deer caught in headlights because I thought I was invited.
Also, sorry about the ads. I put them on as low as I can, like the lowest threshold for both lives and for like the VODs. And I mean, I'm sorry that you're getting ads.
And even the mother that like invited me, she was like, what in the world? Like, I mentioned that she was coming. Like, okay.
So they did know she was coming, or maybe someone forgot.
I'm really sorry. I don't even know whose house this is. And the girl goes, exactly. You shouldn't be in here.
You shouldn't be in here. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's, I mean, we'll talk about like the cultural aspect of this in a second, because as soon as I heard this, I knew exactly where these people lived. Before I knew anything else, I knew exactly where these people lived.
And I was like, okay. So I walk outside, and when I get out on the porch, the girl Stasia I introduced myself to, it wouldn't even look at me. She turned herself looking
Stasia, who owns the house,
away on the porch, and there's all these people just angrily looking at me and like nasty. And one guy was like, welcome to the neighborhood, see you later. And I was like, okay. So I just dumped my beer out, and I was just like, I was totally distraught. And like,
that's so mean.
I've never been treated like that. Like, I left the salad for them. It was like probably a $40 salad. I used
they didn't fucking deserve that shit.
All the really nice Italian cut meats and like all the vegetables from my yard. I just wanted to make a good impression. And like, this is why you don't make friends in your 30s, because like, people are so nasty. And like, I literally didn't mean to intrude.
Don't say Casey Tron looks different. You're fucked up for that. Even if you don't know this person, why just be rude? I have theories about that.
I wasn't.
Oh, I would have taken that salad home, and I would have made a nice sandwich with it and cried while I ate a sandwich.
I feel absolutely horrible because I ruined my kids' 4th of July.
Oh, you didn't do it? You did not ruin anybody's 4th of July, girl. Those weird-ass people did.
And like, I feel like that was so unwarranted. I feel like it was just so nasty the way I was treated, and the way that they just kind of came, like a bunch of strangers just like was standing on the porch looking at me like I was like this horrible piece of shit.
This is the kind of shit that when it happens to you as an adult, it totally destroys you, because you think you're past that, right? Like, you think that people aren't like that anymore. It's not high school anymore or middle school. And you kind of like can't understand it. Like, it does remind me of how Ian and Anissa treated Ethan and how crazy it made him feel, because when you're like developmentally like past this kind of foolishness, it is so upsetting when it happens to you, because you physically cannot understand it. The homeowners were snarkers for sure.
Welcome to the neighborhood. See you later. Fuck you.
What a loser. You don't want them as friends. But she's like so far from home. I mean, she obviously moved there with her kids and without like a partner, right? And who knows why she moved there. And she's all alone. And this is like her first experience.
I'm like shaking right now. I'm thinking of shaking. I don't even know.
This poor lady.
The mother felt so bad. She was like, please, she's like, just follow me down to the driveway. And like, I took her kid with me because the kid wanted to come with me and was like, I'm not staying here. And I was like, I'm so
yeah, the vibes were fucking bad. And your kid's friend knew that. And he's like, please take me away from here.
Like, I couldn't stop apologizing. And her mother her mother, the kid's grandmother, came with her down, and they were like, just follow us down to the house. They gave me a whole garbage bag full of freaking fireworks, and were like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe you were treated like that. Like,
okay, so at least some people at the party were not total assholes.
I told them I was like just a deer caught in a headlight. I didn't even know.
Yeah, Victoria, it's very much peaking in high school.
How to react, and they I was like, you don't have to give me fireworks, and she's like, I can't believe you were treated like that. Oh, people are so nasty.
Okay, Solo Man says, we believe she did nothing wrong. Having a whole party hate you for nothing is weird. I agree. Somewhere, I wasn't able to find it, but I'd seen like video footage from inside the house, I guess, that the couple that owns the house released. And it's literally just her standing there with a salad and someone coming in and being like, nobody knows you. And she's like, what? And then that person leaves, and then she and like the friend's mom are just like, what is going on? Like, they just seem so confused. So I don't think she even got anywhere, right? Like, she had just come into the house. She hadn't even gone out to the back deck where everybody was. Okay, so that's the first intro that I got. You can see some pictures of the delicious salad here. Some close-ups. This one you can see, like, it looks like there's like pickled peppers here. I have learned that she grew the tomatoes, the basil herself. She also made the mozzarella cheese from scratch. Okay? She made the cheese from scratch. I'm sorry, that's not the kind of person you turn away. So to me, immediately when I saw this, like, everyone was like, oh, these fucking snobs, right? And I was like, no, this ain't snobs. There's like crystal meth in that house. There's a reason they don't want people they don't know in their house. And you'll see, like, as this girl talks, because we do have the response of Stasia, the homeowner, that she deleted. She's been posting and deleting and posting and deleting all kinds of shit, and then being like a total bully at the same time. And they're just so specific about like you being in our house, not being at our house, not being at our party, and then also the fact that it wasn't a big party, it was only for people who knew each other. So yeah, it really feels like something fucking weird is going on in this house. But yeah, I knew exactly what kind of people these were. All right, here is Stasia. This was deleted. So this is Stasia, the homeowner, with her response, and then the original woman, the crying woman, whose name I don't know, we'll call her the Antipasto lady. She responds on this as well, because this is from her channel. So let's listen in. Yeah, how are you gonna get rid of somebody who shows up with that salad? Just imagine taking like tongs and just grabbing a whole stack. No offense to H3, but the girlies are my fave. We be loving Jessie and the other girl. I don't know who Jessie is. What's going on? Okay.
To or want to. I am not a mean person.
Girl, I came in late. Who invited her? She was invited by a friend of the family who was invited. If they're on meth, they don't care about food. Exactly. All right, here we go. I'm not a mean person.
Or want to. I am not a mean person. My husband is not a mean person. We are not mean people. Neither is my mother-in-law. We simply did not know who this person was that come into our house unannounced.
You're literally having like a get together. People are gonna come into your house unannounced. Like, that's what I'm not understanding. It's like, this is what happens when you have like a bunch of people at your house. People come into your house unannounced. Are you expecting everyone to just knock on the door and like be formally announced like in fucking the 1800s? Oh, I have a picture of the house. Don't worry. This is so meth coded. Thank you. Yeah. A lot of people were like, oh, they're really bougie and snobby. And, you know, I bet they were all thinking before they saw the house that this was like a really rich, like snobby couple. And I was like, no. Nope. I know these people. Okay.
To not a party, let's clarify. This was not a party. This was a get-together of people who knew each other, okay?
This was not a party. This was a get-together of people who knew each other. Also known as a fucking party. Like, that is such a... Lily, okay. That is such a weird distinction, too, right? Like, they're doing all this weird, like, semantic stuff. Not a party then describes a party. Exactly.
I was setting down food and I was chatting. Like,
Wait, what the fuck?
I didn't know that I'm not some party crasher who's coming to rob your house.
Exactly. And I even told them before you showed up.
Okay, so this, I guess, is her talking to the woman who invited her. I haven't listened to this.
Not some... I was
Okay.
chatting. Like, I didn't know that I'm not some party crasher who's coming to rob your house.
Exactly. And I even told them before you showed up. I showed Stasia the food you were bringing, so they knew that my kid and my kid's parents, or my kid's friends' parents were coming. And then...
So she even showed her the delicious salad. She showed Stasia the salad that this girl was bringing. So this woman absolutely knew that some stranger was going to be showing up at her house.
Because me and Mom, we talked a lot about this last night. And I was like, you know...
See, if it was just Lily saying that all these people were mean to her for no reason, I might be like, let's see the other side of it. But now we have multiple other people who were like up all night, completely confused by this behavior, you know?
No, I understand that I should have said something. It wasn't my house. I should have introduced them. But I am so, I don't know the word, like, such an antisocial person that when I get around people, I don't know how I'm supposed to do things the correct way, you know?
Well, I don't think there was a correct way for this woman to introduce Lily to these people. Like, they were pissed already. And I mean, like I said, I feel like there are hard drugs involved and that husband is an a-hole. And so everyone was just trying to manage his anger by doing this, by then going and being mean to her. It's up as far as it can go. It's just oh wait, no, it's not. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay. So I don't think there's anything this woman could have done differently. And also when you're like confronted like that by someone being insane, it's hard to do anything. Yeah, she crashed their spark up sesh. Exactly. Nothing quite like blowing off 500 rounds of fireworks while you're high on crystal meth.
No, listen, that's totally acceptable. I understand that. I understand, because I'm awkward around people as well. I'm extremely awkward around people I don't know.
That's not awkward. Like, I'm socially awkward.
That's
Oh.
like, I'm going to tell you again, I don't blame you for it. I blame them. I blame them for the way that they acted, because now that I have confirmation that they physically knew I was coming, they even saw the salad that I made before I
Fucking
came.
salad.
That's even more grounds for this to be unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I also want to say, like, I'm sorry I called you to vent about this and make it even worse, but...
Oh, see, it wasn't just her. She is like completely baffled that these people did this. It seems like they are friends. They like live at the end of the road that this whole trashy family lives on, and maybe there's like relatives involved. I can't really tell how this woman is connected to them besides living close.
When me and Mom were talking...
Yeah, it is quiet because she like recorded a phone call.
Time me and her had been in that house.
Let me see what I can do.
They moved in, and it was my grandfather's house.
Everything's all the way up.
So they knew beforehand that you were coming, and I told Mom, I said, was everyone not in the house when she arrived? Like, they walked by her, we were talking, and then everyone just leaves us in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And goes,
that's wild.
But they knew you were there. They were talking to you, and that left us in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. See, and I didn't even know that because I don't know who they were. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my home. And
I will say, I mean, It's hard for me to believe that this socially awkward woman didn't know that the people were like this if she was like friendly enough with them to go and have 4th of July at their house. Yeah, it is triggering because people are freaking methane meth word. Yeah. They're like, now we gotta wait till she leaves to pull out the fucking pipes. So yeah, it's hard for me to believe that this person didn't know like how to interact with this family, but also she did give them a heads up. So I'm really not sure what more could have been done. And here is, so that was some of Stasia's video and then the response from Lily. And now here is the latest from Stasia. Like I said, she's been private, unprivate. She's been putting up posts. She's been taking them down. This is her newest post. It's just a bunch of slides, basically making it seem like she's like above all of this and that strangers online don't bother her. And this is what she had to say. The entire situation has been blown way out of proportion. I'm done giving energy to people who twist the truth for views and attention. That is not why she did this. If chasing clicks is more important than truth, that says everything. My response video was taken down, not by me. Huh? But I want to take a moment to speak on this. Yes, I may have sounded rude. For that, I apologize. Okay, should have just stopped there. I was in disbelief and distress after waking to this. Oh, you were rude in your apology video or response video. You're not even saying you were rude at the party. Sorry, the get together of people who know each other. To those who actually know us, you know our hearts. They're cooked with meth. We simply didn't allow. This is weird. This is fucking weird. We simply didn't allow someone inside our home who we didn't know. Why? This woman came in with a huge salad and her own alcohol, and she knew somebody that was invited, and you knew she was coming. Why were you so jumpy about having someone in your house? That is so strange. No one was disrespected. No cruel words were said. She wasn't crying as she left because she was so... These people don't know how, like, emotions work, right? Like, she literally said she held it all in so she didn't, like, ruin her kid's 4th of July. And then she started crying when they were out of earshot. And she wasn't asked to leave. She was only asked to come outside with everyone else. So it really, really is about being inside the house. And that's why when I saw that, she wasn't asked to leave. She just wasn't allowed inside our house. It's like, how's she going to use the bathroom? To me, that's like the paranoid shit that there's some weird shit happening in that house. Maybe they have a room filled with plants or something. Yeah, they seem really, really paranoid about something in the house. Oh, they definitely have a dungeon. Yeah, I'm like, who do they have chained up somewhere? That's all. We've apologized for how it may have come across directly to her even, but that clearly wasn't enough because it was never about understanding. It was about attention. And somehow even our political beliefs were dragged into it. Yes, we support Trump. Could have guessed that. If that offends you more than actual hate or bullying, that's your burden to carry, with all due respect. If you support Trump, you are a fucking bully. And someone in your yard being like, welcome to the neighborhood, see you later, to this poor woman, you are the bullies. Yes, we've apologized more than once, but it's clear now that this was never about understanding or resolution. It was about outrage and division. Take a step back and ask yourself what this has accomplished. We are all human. Sometimes people take things way too far. We know where we stand. God has our backs, and genuinely, I hope he has yours too. First of all, there is not a chance in hell that this woman wrote this. She's a Trump voter in Western Virginia. She doesn't know how to use a fucking M-dash. This is some chat GPT shit. There's a cop call? Send me that link, please. Ooh, stay safe, witch. We'll be here when you're ready. Yeah, the M-dash. She did not write this, right? God slip in. Should have taken those out, girl. Should have made it all one big run-on sentence, which is how you would have written it in the first place. So that was Stasia's response. I will say I don't buy it. It's giving very much Trump supporter who, thinks that they're righteous and thinks that they can just do like toxic positivity to paper over their sins. So that's what she says. If you know us, you know our hearts. But meanwhile, in the comment section of Lily's videos, friends of theirs, the people they know, the people who might have been at this get together, right? Of people they know are threatening Lily. The Hicks, yeah, you can't make this up. That is Stasia's last name, Hicks. The Hicks know everyone in Gate City. Gate City, I looked it up, is in Virginia, like on the Tennessee border. I think you need to be careful with how this continues, because if your followers continue to send them death threats and harass them, no one is sending them fucking death threats. Then Jeff Eds will not take it kindly. Just a friendly warning, you won't be able to make any friends in town now easily. So now, how are you going to say that you're not mean and you're not bullies? Thank you, Sabrina. That's 100% opioid central, exactly. Is this a threat? Because I sent exactly 0 people to them. I didn't even know anyone but one first name I said. You can't be serious. So yeah. They have people in her comments sending her threats as she's being like, I am a good Trump supporting woman. My friends know my heart. Well, if these are your friends, yeah, we do know your heart. It's black like a meth pipe. Somebody who is friends with them works at the school and is leaking your child's information. File a complaint with the district. Unfortunately, the district is probably just as bad if they all know each other and stick up for their behavior. And I'll get back to Jeff Eds. Put a pin in that one. So you support racist people. Cool. Huh? You know she is racist and so is her kid. So now they're saying that this woman is racist somehow? No one likes bullies and assholes. I think the better help would be not getting sucked into social drama, blah, blah, blah. The fact that you as a grown adult are dragging a child into this says so much about you as a person. That's literally not happening. Racist people for views. This cats and dog person is just commenting over and over again. So you support racist people. That's almost certainly someone that they know well. Racist. Yeah, just saying the same thing over and over again. Ask this lady what happened with her kid this year. So this must be the school information that's leaking out. Maybe her kid got in a fight with a kid of a different race. I don't know. So there's that. But let's talk about Jeff Eds for a second. So Jeff Eds is apparently the sheriff in Gate City. And so basically they're threatening that they'll turn the sheriff on this woman and, poison her name in the whole city, the whole town. But look at this. This is him. Apparently, earlier this year, there was an assault case that got dropped against him. And that was filed back in 2024. Ashley Eds testified that Ed Sr. allegedly... hang on, who's Ashley? Is that his daughter? Ashley Nicole Eds' misdemeanor assault complaint against her father-in-law. So this is her son's wife. Ashley Eds testified that Ed Sr. allegedly grabbed her by her shoulders and pushed her out of the Gate City house she co-owned with his son during a period when the couple was contemplating divorce. So, like, domestic violence, really cool. Ashley Eds and Eds Jr. both testified that they had a verbal agreement not to be in the house at the same time whenever she came by to retrieve personal belongings. She had texted earlier that day to say she would not be coming because of rain. Then she ended up coming. And then allegedly, he pushed her out of the house. I didn't try to push her out the door. I went out first to check on her daughter. Sure, Jan. Dunn said Ashley Eds had the legal right to be at the residence. He argues that Eds Sr.'s position as a law enforcement officer did not give him the right to escort her from the property. The situation did not escalate until she was denied access. Shocking. Shocking that the police made it worse. So that's the kind of people that Stasia and her husband are rolling with. This fucking guy. Shocking that it got dismissed, right? Because I'm sure he knows all kinds of people, and they probably intimidated this poor woman, just like they did to Lily in that backyard. Wasn't Babbitt spelled the same? No, I think she was Ease, Ashlee. Yeah, sundown town vibes. Yeah, so my thought, and it was backed up when I saw the picture of the house, is that this was in Appalachia. I didn't really know where it was, but I've seen the movie Winter's Bone. I don't know if y'all have seen that. It's an amazing movie with Jennifer Lawrence, right? But it's about Appalachia and specifically how untrusting they are of outsiders and like how paranoid they are. And that was my thought as soon as I heard this story and like the weirdness about being in the house and like, oh, they know everybody in town. Like it was very Appalachia coded to me. And also like kind of reminded me of Sharp Objects too. I think that was in the South, right? But yeah, so this is what the house looks like. So a lot of people on TikTok were like, oh, I bet it's this like big giant house and they're total fucking snobs and blah, blah, blah. Smash cut to this. Now, I'm not classist. This is fine that this is your house. But to act like people are clamoring to get in and you have to keep them out is crazy. Have you seen Oxiana? It's about opioids in the same area. Ooh, I should watch that. Yeah, honestly, as crazy as this story is, it does not surprise me for a small white southern town. Yeah, and I mean, you can see the house is like almost right into the hill, which is pretty standard in Tennessee and Virginia in this area. And yeah, so I went to look it up just to make sure like it wasn't just something I had misremembered from the movie about so I looked up on Google in Appalachia, the Reddit. I might join that though. It's pretty interesting. It's such an interesting culture. What is the general attitude to people from outside of Appalachia moving there? We hate it. I mean, you asked, right? Appalachian people have a history of being very isolationist. We don't trust outsiders, generally speaking, especially now that people are moving in and jacking up the price of our land. And I think that's always been the fear, like outsiders coming in and either, you know, getting the law involved in things that they didn't want known or taking land or, you know what I mean? Or like somehow exploiting people who are already really poor. I like what they've done with the place. The house that meth built. Yeah. So for me, I was like, there's something in that house that they don't want people to see. You know? Like, you're allowed to go outside, but you can't come in our house. That is not culturally something that I am familiar with. And I don't know if it is, like, if this is just, like, Appalachian, like, paranoia about outsiders, or if they are on drugs and paranoid, or if there's something in the house that's illegal. But something is off with this whole thing. Most people I have been around that have lived in the Appalachia have mostly talked about there being terrifying creatures. What do you mean? No, yeah, it's an insanely interesting culture. As someone who comes from the Gulf Coast, there have been similar issues down here. Oh, interesting. Whoa. I lived in an old double wide that was sold as land, no house, because it was too bad to be sold as a house. Holy shit. Houses like these near me, you don't turn around in the driveway. Yeah. It's very sundown town. It's very like drug paranoia in my opinion. You can have a party with no house access, but that means pretty much everyone. Yeah. Like when we first moved into this house, I mean, the only reason we didn't like encourage people being in the house is because we didn't want like the plumbing overrun, right? So we got like a couple porta potties, but it wasn't like you cannot go in our house. The only reason I would say that is if I was like embarrassed about something, like if our house was a mess. Like that's happened like a couple times where like things have been messy. And so we've been like, you know, if a friend came over to drop something off, we'd be like, okay, the house is a mess. Like, let's just hang out outside. You know, like it's been that kind of thing. But it's never been like, it's not like a standard thing, you know? Imagine taking a $40 tray of meat and homemade mozzarella there. Salad be gentrifying the kitchen. Mostly to avoid drunks in the house. Oof. Yeah, so, all right. My husband and I visited friends in West Virginia. We had the sheriff of the town issue a statewide APB on us because we flipped off his daughter in our car. She was tailgating us. Yeah, and it's like the Murdoch trial, right? It's like everyone knows each other. And it's like a generational thing, right? Like these rules and everything. It's like you don't understand them if you're an outsider. Yeah, I don't want people coming inside, but that's a rule for everyone. Yeah, and then that's fine. If Long John Silver's was a house. Stupid. Oh my God. All right, so there's that. And then we do get a pair. Okay, so this guy, I'm not even going to play it. This guy says that she lost her job. I don't have any proof of that. And then people were saying that she lost her job and she was like raising money on GoFundMe. She says we do not have a GoFundMe or would ask anyone for money. Like, girl, you probably would be within your right. And then we get, did she put music on this?
The recipe for this, but it's really simple.
Oh yeah, we can't do this. So this is, she made a recipe. Oh, first of all, look at those tomatoes. Oh, I can't wait for tomato season here. So yeah, she does a whole, can I speed this up a little bit? Speed. So she's showing how to make like a smaller version of that delicious salad, which I think is great. Oh my God. Oh, this looks so good. Oh shit, are you in West Virginia? Everybody's here. Mothman, I loved that movie. I don't know if I would love it now, but it was so silly. Oh, there's her pickled peppers. Oh my God. I might need to make this like this weekend. I have like an Italian deli in my town. Hell yeah. Get that balsamic on it, girly pop. Oh my God. I got that good shit too. Oh my God, that looks so freaking good. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. So yeah, I think that's the whole Antipasto gate story. Yeah. I would never have left that salad there. Absolutely not. She's too sweet for this world.